is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good?
Sounds good to me.
As of late, we have a few newcomers to the streams, a few people who have maybe come on by for a little bit, or now either they're newcomers and they're really enjoying the content, or there's people who maybe have previously watched but kind of from the sidelines, but now they're choosing to be more vocal, you know, in the chat and step up and be more of a participating party, which is great. And what a lot of people have been saying, well, not a lot of people, but a few people have been saying is, you know, obviously, hey, I'm a newcomer to your stuff, but I noticed that I can't even go on YouTube and like search for your content because it's all like detractor shit. It's all insulting stuff about you. You know, I can't actually find your content anymore by searching. It seems like if I come to your channel and we sit here and I can find the contents here, but like there's no way to even like use YouTube search or anything to find anything about DSP or DSP gaming or anything like that. But it's weird because you've been around for 16 years. This channel, DSP Gaming, has been around over 14 years. This channel, DSP Gaming, has over 65,000 videos on it. And this channel has, I want to say it's over 400 million views or more than that. I actually don't know the total views. I would have to look that up. I'm curious where it shows that. I know there's a page that shows that. I just don't know where. But yeah, like this channel has been around for a very long time. Has had millions of people around the world enjoy its content. Right? And you might wonder, so how are you where you are today? Right? Why is it that your average stream gets like 300 viewers? Your average videos get under 1,000 views? You know? It's a simple answer.
Toxic behavior.
But to actually elaborate on that, right, you have to look deeper. All right? The simple answer is this. YouTube changes itself every few years to chase a trend. Okay? And sadly, for people like me who are people who made a career as a content creator slash YouTuber slash video creator, whatever you want to call me on YouTube, either you chase the trends, right? And you follow the trends. And you then ride the trends to popularity, or you don't. If you chase the trends, you have to constantly be changing who you are, reinventing the content you make, and essentially being whatever's popular in the moment. Because at a moment's notice, YouTube can literally have someone go like this. Change the whole site. And now what used to show up in search doesn't. What used to get pushed to the forefront of a related video is gone. And they take a nice big broom, and they take everyone else who used to actually get views on YouTube, and they just sweep you right under the rug. Alright? And then you're gone. And the good news, for me, is very simple. I've been around for 16 years. I have a knowledge base and a viewer base. People know who DSP is. Now, most people know me for negative reasons, but some people actually know me as a longtime YouTuber who is still here to this day making content daily that I love to make. So I have an installed viewer base that no matter where I go and what I do, people follow me and want to see what I'm up to. I'm very lucky in that regard, because if it weren't for that, I don't know how I would get viewership and make a living.
By the way, thank you, Only Iced Coffee.
That's the God's honest truth of it, is YouTube has changed so much in the last 16 years over and over and over that anytime that you try to adjust to the trend, then they change again, and then you, oh, well, I guess I gotta change again, So there were multiple times during my run here on YouTube where people hit my channel with false copyright strikes. I had to then remove content from my channels to prevent my channel from being shut down. And actually what happens on YouTube, when you remove content from your channel and it results in a dip in views, which it did, I had to remove something like millions of, I think it was like 3 or 4 million views I had to remove from my channel because of the podcast, not the podcast, the pre-streams I used to do. Okay? Each pre-stream every day would get like 3,000-4,000 views. Okay? That was over a decade, was about a decade ago. Yeah, about 2015. So about 9 years ago, my actual pre-streams would get like 3,000-4,000 views a day. Now add that up to like 2 years. So that's millions of views. So what I ended up having to do was delete all those videos. And when I did, guess what? My channel left the algorithm. It literally said, well, DSP Gaming will no longer show up in the algorithm anymore. Because obviously if he's deleting that many views, there's something wrong with the channel. That's how they treated it. It doesn't make sense.
You know, I hate YouTube. I want to be free of YouTube. It is YouTube's fault.
Because I willingly removed the videos to prevent false copyright strikes, but they treated me like I did something wrong. And it irrevocably changed my channel where I can't get my videos in search anymore. For example, Spider-Man Web of Shadows, or Spider-Man, excuse me, not Web of Shadows, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Used to be a playthrough that whenever you search for Spider-Man video game on YouTube, it would show up in the top 5 videos because it has over 1 million views. In fact, I think it has like 2-3 million views. Now you just can't find the video anymore. It doesn't exist. You have to specifically say DSP Gaming, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, playthrough part 1, then it'll come up. If you search Spider-Man video game, you will not get any of my content ever. It's as if all those videos pre that copyright strike fiasco were just erased from YouTube search like they don't exist anymore. Okay? So these are videos that I used to get, no exaggeration, tens of thousands of views a month on because of the algorithm. And they were just erased. So imagine that. Imagine getting probably 500,000 or more views every month just as your legacy videos, and then any new content you made was adding. So that's why at some points I was making millions upon millions of views. There was one point I was making 10 million views a month. I want you to think about that. 10 million views in a month on gameplay videos, right?
Oh my god, he's drinking wheelchair donations. I made a ridiculous fuck ton of money. But it's tough. It really is tough. Like right now, I'm being honest with you guys. I have no money. My bank account is empty.
So, with the things that happened, I was just destroyed from being relevant. You can't find DSP anymore. Now, what ended up happening on top of that was YouTube again changed their algorithms. Instead of it being about video length or stuff like that, they started to do with engagement. They started to do with other factors. So think of it this way. In one day, I was releasing 10 gameplay videos of a new game. Okay? Each part's going to get a certain amount of views, a certain amount of likes, a certain amount of comments. A detractor releases one video of making fun of me playing that game in that day, alright? And that video is only one video, but it's longer than any of my gameplay videos, so it has the engagement and that long-form factor that YouTube's looking for in the algorithm, and it's basically going to get more views, because think of it, one person is going to watch 5-10 videos, and each video gets a few thousand views because it's a playthrough. But that negative video, people are going to go and watch it and then come back to watch it again, or they're going to click and resume their view, and that counts as a second view. It's a longer video. So the longer hateful montage about me ends up getting more engagement, more views, more clicks, and is more favored by the YouTube algorithm than the raw content that it's based upon. Is it better? Not necessarily. It's for a different audience. Someone who's watching the raw playthrough and likes it versus someone who's there just to make fun of the person doing the raw playthrough and doesn't like the person, right? But the negative video, because of the basis of the way it's created, it's longer form, it's negative, it's clickbaity, it's got people liking it because they're fucking little loser idiots, it's gonna get more traction than a raw playthrough. So, did I change? Did I change my formula to be in line with what YouTube did? No! Why would I change who I am or what I do or what I love, right? At one point, it was favored. At one point, doing playthroughs and enjoying games and doing raw streams was favored on YouTube. But all the algorithm changes they've made over the years and everything have completely changed that, right?
It's not my fault. It's YouTube's fault.
In addition to that, now look at YouTube, modern YouTube today. So not only are you in competition with this algorithm that's trying to push stupid, clickbaity, drama, longer videos down your throat, but then in addition to that, you got to compete with YouTube Shorts, which doesn't even make sense. 474 million views. 474 million views on my channel, DsP Gaming alone. Keep in mind, I have other channels, but that's this channel. And the height of my popularity was late 2011 into early 2012, with some peaks and valleys, but mostly late 2011 into early 2012. Again, why? I just started doing it as a job. I was seen as the ultimate underdog, right? Oh, Phil has shirked corporate America. He's done. He's making it for himself. He's the true rebel who just makes content and isn't afraid to say and do whatever he wants in his videos. You know, that was definitely the height of my popularity. And then what ended up happening was just an endless downward trend, because YouTube just kept changing and pushing guys like me to the side. And again, I don't want this is not just me saying this. I want you to understand that there's people out there who have been making content as long as me, and in some cases even longer. People who have more subs than me. People who have overall more views than me. They used to bring in, no exaggeration, anywhere from 100,000 to 500,000 viewers a video, and now they struggle to get 10,000 views a video making the exact same kind of content. They haven't changed. It's not because they're hated. They're not me. They're not my situation. They're not hated. They just can't get views anymore because YouTube won't allow their videos to be found. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, it's just, that's life. So when you come to DSP Gaming, if you're a newcomer, because I know we have a few relative newcomers who've been by recently, and they're like, you know, I just don't get it. Everyone hates on you or whatever. When I hang out in your chat, it seems like it's a fun time. We enjoy each other's company. You know, seems like a good place to be, right? But here you are. You have over 200,000 subscribers. You have 400 million views. But in the modern day, you're so small, I wonder what happened. This is exactly what happened. It was a combination of YouTube just keeps changing the rules without really even being transparent about it and telling anyone. And every time they do this, you have to be willing to completely change the style of content you make.
And that's YouTube's fault? I'm an evil bastard.
Imagine a job where you're just working 9 to 5. You're just doing stuff for a paycheck. You don't feel like you're appreciated, right? It's the opposite for me. I actually feel very appreciated with my work. I know people come by, they hang out, they support it because they like me and they like the content, and that feels good to me. That's why I still do it. I don't care that I'm only getting a few hundred views on a video. I don't care that I'm only getting overall a couple thousand views on a stream. It doesn't bother me.
Fuck you. You're a liar.
As long as we're all having a good time and you're finding meaning in it enough to keep coming back and watch and support the content, why would I care? That's all I can say. You know, it's been a wild ride. I'm still here and I'm not going anywhere. Like I said, I'm lucky because I've been around for so long. No, regardless of the fact that I really don't have any notoriety on YouTube for anything, I still have enough of a dedicated fan base that people will come back and hang out and support the content I'm still making, right? And you still support my new initiatives of new things that I do, and I'm still okay. I can still make a living doing it. It's certainly nowhere near the living I used to make. At the height of my prominence in 2011, 2012, it was insane, the amount of money I was making, all right? I don't make anything near that anymore, right? But at least now I've settled in, and I'm happy with where I am, and just understand that when people ask these questions, I don't understand why, Phil, what happened to you? You fell off. Well, it's a combination. It's a unique combination. It's mostly YouTube changes. There's some illegal actions towards me that I couldn't avoid, but really it's just I didn't want to follow bullshit trends because I wasn't that kind of guy. I never was. I didn't care about having to be at the top of everything. I just wanted to have fun with my audience. And that's what I'm still doing to this day. So if you're part of that audience, thank you for still coming by, hanging out, and basically having a good time with me, okay?
Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me it's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it. Is a mobile game addict. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory. But I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity. Is the guy who just doesn't get reality.